So a lot of people keep asking us in comments, in DMs, and I want to start a business like this, which is custom PC building. And they ask us, should we do it? That's a great question actually. I will say don't do it. In 2015, the single biggest challenge was trying to be an e-com company or e-commerce company for a really high ASP item. It's still a problem today. You don't really see any companies with high ASP doing e-com. नहीं हो पा रहा है, किसी से नहीं हो पा रहा है. It's very, very, very difficult. And the next set of challenges that come when you try to start a business like this is, it's not inherently a high margin business. It's just not. You don't get enough margins to hire better people. You don't get enough margins to market properly. The entire IT industry, for that matter, IT hardware industry, works on wafer thin, razor thin margins. So that's probably why you don't really see a homegrown brand out of India which is really giving competition to the big name brands out there, because nahi bachta hai margin unless you have a certain sense of scale. Now we are able to do what we do is because we've reached the point where we are doing a certain number of systems every month, which allows us to have 4 stores in 4 different cities, have a huge fulfillment center like this. I mean, back in 2020 when we moved into this office space, it was a big deal. Like, even across industry, it was a surprise. Like, how in the world is a computer e-com company becoming so huge so that they can take up 10,000 square feet of space? आज भी लोग surprise होते हैं. Like, many brand people when they come and meet us, like, what? Are you serious? India में ऐसा store है? So yeah, scale and scaling up such a business is another set of problem. Now you would say that okay, building PC is easy and इसमें क्या बड़ी बात है, इसमें क्या processes का challenge होगा, operationally how difficult can it get? So just let me throw you a stat. Like, if in a month we are shipping 400 systems, example, all those 400 systems have 10 different SKUs. Potentially you're looking at a combination of 4,000 different SKUs that you're shipping every month, making sure none of it is going wrong for every single guy who put in an order with us. Many of these are companies, by the way, and you gotta make sure that this is traceable also. This is traceable across a period of 5, 6, 7 years during your warranty period, 3 years. Imagine how complicated it gets then. They were talking about 4,000 different SKUs shipping out every single month. And messing up the SKU is literally a difference between staying in the green or going into the red, right? For example, even if we just interchange a graphic card, it's just one SKU, 5070 Ti की जगह 5070 लग गया, खत्म. The customer is not happy, first of all. Second of all, आप सस्ते का प्राइस देके महंगा चीज दे दोगे. So operationally, it's not as easy as it sounds. Theoretically, it's easy. Like, for example, when you start out such a business, the thing is, you're probably doing 5, 6, 7 a month maximum in the start. And that's what we used to do when we started in 2015, 2016. It's easier. Like, things can happen on Excel sheets. Testing is easier. But now, growing to the point that we've grown now, what we realize is you need an ERP, CRM system so that you have the customer records, you have what configuration he's bought. The testing has to be automated. Imagine trying to test 300, 400 systems a month. Just divided by number of days. How many? 15 systems a month. A day you got to test 15 to 20 systems a day. How difficult can it get? Like, it's like 10, 12 different programs. Then you start thinking of how to automate this stuff. That's what we've recently done. So the challenges keep growing as you keep growing. Initially, when the beginning in 2015, we used to have only one service person, and that used to be enough. But as we grew in 2022, we realized we need to revamp our service team. Not only we have people in every branch as service, we also have a big team here also. In total, we have approximately 10 people looking after service. There's a service manager, then we got to track the metrics, because this is where you don't want to fail, right? Like, you don't want your service query to take longer. If you have lower amount of people but have shipped higher amount of builds, because the service cases proportionally rise as you scale. It's a given. It's understood. When you were maybe shipping 100 PCs a month, you maybe get 2, 3, 4 cases a month. But as and when the systems in the field, so to say, get older, more cases start coming in. So that becomes a challenge. So your service team need to scale up along with you, and every single guy doing a service need to do it the same way. So it now goes to a point where it's beyond you to do it. Then come the point of having the proper training in place, having the same kind of mindset that you have, that when you started off as a hobby business or a passion project to help people who are building PCs, and you are feeling very strongly about giving customers a good experience. But how does that translate across a team of 50 people? Does everybody have that at the forefront of their mind and they're like, no, this customer need to have the best possible experience? Like even today, a lot of our customers are not through the marketing that we do. Every new customer that comes to us, it's almost always because his friend, relative, cousin, some company he works in, he's found out that the systems that he's working on or they're working on are supplied by us, the MVP. So that is the biggest driver of sale. And then the question starts happening, okay, we're getting some traction. Should we start expanding margins? For example, in 2020, there was a huge cryptocurrency shortage of graphic cards. And we really had two choices in front of us, right? We could have really made a killing and really sold graphic cards at insane pricing, like mind-numbing premium made on graphic cards at that time. But we made a good choice in retrospect and we said, no, we'll not earn money, we'll earn the customer trust. So we really didn't market ourselves in a good way, but we made the right choices with respect to being honest. We didn't make so much money in cryptocurrency shortage. Some of our peers around us used to comment about it. It's like, अरे क्यों नहीं कमा रहा है? But actually हमने तब क्या कमाया? हमने customer trust कमाया, and the reference list from those times is amazing. We still sold at the correct rates, at the right margins, not in a way to price gouge or black market. I think that made a really big difference in how we were perceived. Now, we didn't make a huge hue and cry about it and made videos that, okay, saste mein de denge tumko. Whichever inquiries came in, we made sure it was not a minor. We made sure we were giving it a correct price. That helped us a lot of customers and really win their trust. And it's happening again now with RAM. Starting such a business is not always about the money. Of course, money is important. We do make money, and that's why we are able to afford that many more people to make your journey easier. It's in the service of you that we ask for extra money, because if I get to make some money on every system, I can make sure that I have that many more service people across India, because our proposition has been the same since day one. It's like, we will do service at your house for your warranty period, which is 3 years now. And I remember me, myself, and my co-founder Shazib, we have done those journeys ourselves. I think the first 3-4 years, I've gone to a lot of people's houses and fixed their computers. I've sat on their floor, opened up the system, changed their boards. I've done all that stuff. Shazib has done other stuff. We've traveled by bus, train, flights. We've done that. So, and being that much more hands-on actually allows us to understand from a customer point of view, what the headache from the customer point of view is. Even from an operational aspect, we understood that how should we streamline this. So yeah, it's not an easy question to answer, that whether starting a custom computer business is a good thing. So having said all of this, I would say that to get to scale is a very, very tough journey. I mean, looking back, if someone will ask me, tu kar lega kya? If somebody asks me, if I go back all the way to 2015 and somebody asks me, will you start a business like this again? I would actually think twice, knowing what I know now. But yes, I would say I'm happy that we started this, because it kind of changed the way a lot of system integrators worked in there. First of all, many people saw us as inspiration and started businesses like this. A lot of people in a lot of cities, they started something like this. And honestly, we did change the industry a bit, because the way we send our quote, you will see that almost every other person sending a PC quote now has copied our format, has copied our 3-year doorstep warranty, has copied our testing. There are some people who literally copied our entire website. There are still people who steal our photos, steal our reels. We get copyright notices on YouTube saying that somebody has stolen your reel, somebody has stolen your photos. It's even there on people's Google My Business page. उसमें हमारा logo भी लगा हुआ है. I mean, I just feel happy that in a very small way, we just changed the way the industry works. We were one of the very few ones to be adamant about not trying to sell subpar components. So that actually did affect the industry in the way that everyone else started stocking slightly higher quality components. And even today, when we send out a quote to somebody, that actually goes across to the local market, it goes to 10 other places. It happens, it gets posted on Reddit, and people start saying things about us like, "Arey, tum log महंगे हो, ये है, वो है. I will never buy a system that somebody else is building for us," and so on and so forth. So, to summarize the question again, should you start a business like this? Logically, everything points to it being no, and it still pointed to no in 2015, but we still started it. So, logic से सोच रहे हो तो मत करो, but पैसे कमाने का सोच रहे हो तो मत करो, because the ROI for the effort put, you are much better off doing any other business with higher margins. But if you really love hardware, and if that's what makes you happy, and reading that one amazing review makes you happy, and talking to customers who are really, really happy that you made their build and it's been their companion throughout those years, I mean, that's something, right? I mean, me personally, I kind of relate to a lot of our customers, because I was that kid who would actually play the games on like really low settings once upon a time. And the day I cranked it up to ultra is what I can't describe that feeling. लोग करते हैं वो उनको पता है. And during this journey, we moved way beyond gaming now. So we are helping people do VFX. We are helping people do LED walls, virtual production. We are helping people do AI, machine learning. It's also become something of a solving the customer puzzle for them, which makes it super interesting. It keeps it supremely interesting, because there are varied amounts of use cases that come to us. And that's what we've become specialized in. So we are not just making a box and giving it to you. We want to understand your workflow and then suggest you something. And we do try to inculcate this across the sales team, across the service team. So I don't want to keep going on and on about this, because I can, trust me. This can be a 1-hour video also. But yeah, thank you for watching. And yeah, do a double think for the reason that you want to get into this business. The question is not, should I start this business? The question is, what are your reasons to start a business like this? And if you have a convincing answer to that, then take a call. Yeah. Thank you for watching.